Happy Sunday. It is Sunday, February the 4th. I had to think about that. It's about 2:30. I just got showered and dressed, and I had a full morning already. I had put up a pre-order for minis the other day, and I conquered them all. I got all of the orders done, so I don't even know how many hundreds of minis I've dyed today, but I started early. Even though I kind of slept in till 6:30 today, I didn't spend much time knitting on my sweater this morning. I just went full on dyeing for hours, but it's all done. Everything's hung upstairs. I use Sarah's old bedroom now as like the whole room to have drying racks, and it's nice because the sun comes in there, so it's a nice warm room, so it doesn't take long to dry in there. So I get that done. Orders are all packed. Thank you for all the orders. Gonna go to the post office tomorrow. What else? Yeah, so now I'm just gonna go make some cookies. Sunday means family dinner, and the kids always come over on Sundays for supper. And then my mom and my dad and my stepdad are all coming today too. So Dan was in the mood to smoke a bunch of meat, so he got a pork roast and a bunch of chickens when we were at Costco yesterday. So they're all on the smoker. I don't know if we're gonna do like pulled pork sandwiches and just like shred the chicken and put it on a bun with like mozzarella or something. I don't know. I'm gonna make I'm gonna do mac and cheese in the slow cooker. I always use the salty marshmallows recipe. It's super easy if you have an Instant Pot. She also has an oven recipe for it too, so it's called the salty marshmallow. I'm sure I've spoken about it here before. So I'm gonna make the mac and cheese and a coleslaw. We just bought like the pre-made shredded cabbage, but we're gonna make a homemade dressing. And yeah, but we need dessert, so I'm gonna make some chocolate chip cookies. That's just an easy thing that everybody loves, and I'll show you. I have like 3 different chocolate chip recipes that I kind of put in rotation. They're all really, really good. I'm gonna use a different one today, so I'll show you that recipe. It's got a little bit of cornstarch in it, so it makes it a little bit different, but the cookies just come out so flaky or something. They're really good. The Cake and Loaf, that recipe book that I've been baking out of, has a great chocolate chip cookie recipe in it. We had that a couple weeks ago. So yeah, I'm just gonna go off and start the cookies. I'll take you along for that and show you the process of Dan's smoking. And what else? I wanted to show you a couple more favorite things. So kind of like on the notes of dry skin, everything I was showing the other day, I have these in my shop right now too. My friend Kate is the maker for Rustik Soap Company, and I had asked her years ago if she'd consider making me a knitter's balm for my shop. And over the past few years, we have collaborated many times, and she has made these for me for my shop. I've had the smell, like the scents of one's bergamot bliss. I've had lavender. This time I asked her if she would do me up some chamomile rose. So I have these in my shop right now. There's not many left. There's like 10 left, but anyway, they're so nice, and she uses all really clean ingredients. So these knitter balms, it looks like a cake of soap, But yeah, just kind of warm it up in your hand. Anyway, this smell is so nice. It's super subtle. Like I really smell the undertones of the beeswax, which she naturally sources, locally sources here in New Brunswick. And then what else do I smell? I guess it's a shea butter, but the chamomile and the rose is just like super light, but it's so nice. And my hands are so dry. Like I never have my nails done, and I need to start being probably nicer about that. But anyway, it's really good for your cuticles, and depending on what yarn you're working with, sometimes it can really dry your hands out. Like I get a dry spot. Does anybody else get that dry spot on their finger from like when you're knitting and pulling the yarn? So anyway, I love this. Kate is a wonderful human being. Everything she has in her shop is lovely, and she uses all essential oils. There's no garbage in her products. So I'm going to put her information on the screen, and you should check her out. She's got like, her handmade soaps are beautiful. She has like a foot butter for your dry feet. Anyway, like I said, I'll put her information on the screen. And so yeah, this is just, it's one of my favorite things. And actually my dad loves this too, so I should put one aside and give him one later. So before I go, I'll talk about what I'm wearing. Most people have seen this before. It's an oldie. It's Caitlin Hunter. It's her Ingalls pattern. I made this a long time ago. Like, I feel like 5 years ago or longer. I don't even know. And it was kind of like when I didn't do anything on Ravelry. So I have no details on this. I know I used Rama. I'll put the yarn name on the screen. Yarn, and it's fingering. It's a beautiful rustic yarn. But colors, I don't know. I'll look it up, and then I can put everything on the screen if anybody's interested. And I think these are pretty classic colors, so I'm sure that they would still have them if anybody liked them. This ended up being the color palette that Melissa, from the previous owner of Rustik Co, she had knit this, and I loved her color combination. It just looked so pretty. Well, everything that she makes is amazing, but so I copied her and used these colors too. But it's a great sweater. I love it, and this yarn is so nice and light and airy. So I thought I'd throw this on today. And what else can I tell you about it? I wish I could tell you more about the modifications. I know I did change the sleeve. I probably just cinched it in probably sooner than you were supposed to, just to give it a little more of a billowy bell effect. But yeah, I didn't use Ravelry. I used it as a search engine for patterns, and that's it. So I'm better about it now, though. So anyway, okay, well, I'm going to take off and go make some cookies. And don't forget to put your question in yesterday's episode. Don't put it in today's. Put it in yesterday's, so that tonight I'm going to get Dan to scroll through. I'll get him to pick two winners, or two people that are going to win a giveaway. And yeah, so, and then I can contact you. But Monday, tomorrow, I'll say on our chat here whose questions he picked, and I'll answer them, and then we can discuss getting your information and mail out goodies. So I've seen some of your questions. They're all really good. They're really good questions. So anyway, and maybe just I can pick away at answering them after the giveaway as well. So okay, well, I'm gonna go make cookies and make coleslaw, and what else? Get organized for the mac and cheese. Easy stuff. So, but I'll take you along. Okay, hope everybody's having a great Sunday. Talk to you in a bit. Okay, this is a chocolate chip cookie recipe I found online years ago, and it's just one I make once in a while just to kind of switch things up. So here's the ingredients to make them. You're going to need half a cup of butter, softened, half a cup of brown sugar, 1/3 cup of white sugar, 1 egg, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 1.5 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of cornstarch, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1 cup of chocolate chips. Okay, and I'll show you what I do. I'm going to double that recipe, so if you're noticing that I'm using anything extra, it's because I'm doubling what I just told you. Okay. Okay, I'm going to make the coleslaw, and the recipe that we're going to use for the dressing is 1 cup of mayonnaise, 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, 3 tablespoons of white sugar, 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 2 teaspoons of celery seeds, and a bag of this just shredded coleslaw mix. And I am going to double this because there's about 8 of us tonight.